Hey everyone, in this video I'll be making combos for every single glove within a glove type. I'd say that explanation is pretty straightforward, but we'll be covering each glove from cheapest to most expensive in their own category. As well, this is essentially a re-edit of my series where I did exactly this, just with updated prices and whatnot. Also, any totals over $1,000 I'm not going to be reading out because at that point it's a little ridiculous, but let me know what combo in this video is your absolute favorite or even which is your least favorite so I know what I gotta work on there. If you end up enjoying these combos though, consider dropping a like or maybe even subscribing. Enough of that though, we got a lot of combos to go through, so onto that. For our first driver glove combo, we have the Convoys in minimal wear priced at about $104, paired with the Nomad DD Pat in minimal wear priced at about $132. Your total for this combo should be about $236. So despite this being the cheapest driver glove combo here, I honestly expected it to look way worse given no knife really goes perfectly here with the Convoys, but I think this one has just enough color matching to mostly make it work. Not to mention with a lot of these cheaper combos, you'll be able to get them with at least next to no scratches compared to a lot of others, so this is a surprisingly decent combo. For our next combo, we have the Racing Greens in minimal wear priced at about $92, paired with the Gut Knife Lore in minimal wear priced at about $152. Your total for this combo should be about $244. So guys, I'm going to be entirely honest, this is probably my least favorite combo I've ever made. But it weirdly works. I'm just not too big on the Gut Knife for one, but then you also have the Racing Greens being one of the ugliest shades of green. Now luckily with the lore finish on the Gut Knife, the handle matches pretty decently here with the Racing Greens as a result, so you at least get some synergy there. I just don't fully recommend this combo in the slightest, but if you like pickles, maybe consider this one, because like the lore handle, it looks like a pickle, so I guess that's funny. For our next combo, we have the Queen Jaguars in minimal wear priced at about $121, paired with the Skeleton Safari Mesh in field tested priced at about $191. Your total for this combo should be about $312. Another strange one here, but let me explain my thought process. So the Queen Jaguars are nice, but they have this weird like green on them that's kind of ugly, and it makes it so most things don't really match too well with these gloves. But the saving grace of this green is that if you can get a Safari Mesh knife, specifically one that can blend into the glove like the skeleton knife, you can have some slight color matching there at the very least. My personal recommendation with the Safari Mesh is try and get the pattern that has more of the lighter part of it on the blade so that it matches a little better. For our next combo, we have the Overtakes in minimal wear priced at about $143, paired with the Falchion Tiger Tooth in factory new, priced at about $211. Your total for this combo should be about $354. This combo is pretty straightforward, just roughly matching together different shades of yellow on the Tiger Tooth with the Overtakes, and I personally like the Overtake gloves as they were my first ever pair of gloves in this game, and I just love the Tiger Tooth finish, so there's nothing too crazy to explain here. For our next combo, we have the Diamondbacks in minimal wear priced at about $203, paired with the Kukri Scorched in minimal wear priced at about $174. Your total for this combo should be about $377. So I've already shown this combo before, just with the Talon Knife instead of a Kukri, but I still highly advocate for this combo. It's not the most perfect color matching or anything, but you're essentially putting together two fairly underrated skins, so you get two decently cheap skins relative to what other skins on these knives cost, and for what that's worth, I think these two pair together quite nicely. For our next combo, we have the Black Ties in field tested priced at about $190, paired with the Huntsman Vanilla priced at about $198. Your total for this combo should be about $388. This is another fairly straightforward but great combo in my opinion. Just very simple black and white paired with the darker gray knife, that being the Vanilla Huntsman, but the black tie gloves in general are just very clean and compare easily with a lot of loadouts since it's this very basic and neutral coloring. Not too much else to say about this combo. For our next combo, we have the Lunar Weaves in field tested priced at about $126, paired with the Bayonet Knight in minimal wear priced at about $274. Your total for this combo should be about $400. In a previous video, I paired these gloves with a Night Stripe knife, but I do think the Night finish can also look great with these, since the handle ends up just being about the same shade of blue as the gloves. As well, as much as I like the M9 Bayonet, I do think the Bayonet can also be a good middle ground for getting those flashy animations and some great finishes, without reaching the extra expensive prices of the M9, so I ended up choosing the regular bayonet here for that reason. Overall, while this is mostly just a variant of my previous combo with these gloves, I still think it's great. For our next combo, we have Rezon the Reds in minimal wear, priced at about $172, paired with the Huntsman Slaughter in minimal wear, priced at about $273. Your total for this combo should be about $445. Now, I'll be honest, these gloves are far from the best since they have just an awkward enough shade of red to where they don't perfectly match with Slaughter knives, but they also match even worse with the Crimson Web finish, so ultimately I just landed on the Slaughter Huntsman here. It matches closely enough, and with the black handle it ends up going decently since you have the black accents on the gloves. For our next combo, we have the Crimson Weaves in field tested, priced at about $231, paired with the Stiletto Slaughter in minimal wear, priced at about $490. Your total for this combo should be about $721. So yes, I did indeed put both red driver gloves with Slaughter knives. However, I think this one's way more justified because with the Crimson Weaves, it has these brown accents that end up going perfectly with the brown handle on the Stiletto knife. So this one ends up matching a hell of a lot better than our previous red combo. For our next combo, we have the King Snakes in field tested, priced at about $300, paired with the Vanilla Talon, priced at about $437. Your total for this combo should be about $737. We've definitely been getting up there in terms of price, but this is one of those where at the very least, despite the price, it's just all around great. The handle on the Talon already matches pretty well with the King Snakes, especially on the inspecs with the inner palms. I don't think you can get anything that matches absolutely perfectly with the King Snakes, but I do think this combo is as close as you can get, and it's great. For our next combo, we have the Snow Leopards in field tested, priced at about $393, paired with the M9 Black Laminate in field tested, priced at about $762. I know, it's crazy expensive, especially considering we were in the $200 range back at the start, but this is probably the absolute best black and white combo you could get in the game. Not only does the black laminate finish look great on the M9, despite the field tested wear on the Snow Leopards, the wear isn't as noticeable compared to something like the King Snakes since the scratches on it are white, so it ends up looking far cleaner as a result. And of course, the black and white between the knife and glove go perfectly with each other, especially on the handle. And for our last driver glove combo, we have the Imperial Plaids in field tested, priced at about $291, paired with the Butterfly Freehand in field tested, priced at about $877. So for one, I wanted to make a combo with the Imperial Plaids that was less common, and when looking through skins, I realized you can't really pair the Freehand with anything else, so I thought these might be nice. Not to mention, with how busy the Freehand skin is, you can get away with a little higher of a float on the Butterfly knife compared to other skins, so at the very least, you could get this fantastic color matching between the knife and gloves. Not to mention, it's also a butterfly knife. I can never get enough of these inspecs. Starting off the sports glove combos, we have the definitive worst gloves in the game, the Bronze Morphs in field tested, priced at about $128, paired with the classic Crimson Web in high float field tested, priced at about $237. Your total for this combo should be around $365. I'm absolutely sorry if you like these gloves, but I tried my best to do them justice, given the combo potential here is absurdly limited. For what it's worth, I think this is a surprisingly decent combo with good color matching. It's just I think you're better off getting a different combo if you're going to be spending this much. For our next combo, we have the Big Games in field tested, priced at about $210, paired with the Huntsman Tiger Tooth in factory new, priced at about $236. Your total for this combo should be about $446. Here's our designated yellow sports glove combo of the video, and my personal recommendation for this is to try and get as much orange as you can on the right glove so that it ends up pairing a little more nicely with the Tiger Tooth finish. But aside from that, I don't think you can go wrong with this, given it's not only under $500, but it's also nice and it's bright. For our next combo, we have the Scarlet Shamogs in field tested, priced at about $276, paired with the Bowie Slaughter in minimal wear, priced at about $255. Your total for this combo should be about $531. This is a combo I've already shown in a previous video, but I still stand behind this one. All the shades of red on the blade and black on the handle go perfectly with the same colors on the glove, and it all complements each other perfectly. Definitely consider this one if you're looking for a nice red combo. For our next combo, we have the Nox in field tested, priced at about about $455, paired with the flip knife black laminate in minimal wear priced at about $194. Your total for this combo should be about $649. I haven't done too many black combos on the channel yet, but I think this one is great. I personally ran these with the Bowie black laminate a while back, and think realistically any knife with the black laminate finish looks great with these gloves, but I ended up choosing the flip knife here since the pattern doesn't clash as much since it has less white on it than some of the other knives with this finish. But overall, this is a great black combo if you're interested in something a little more simple color wise. For our next combo, we have the Arids and Field Tested priced at about $483, paired with the Huntsman Vanilla priced at about $198. Your total for this combo should be about $681. This is another combo that I've put in another video before, but I still stand by and would say is my current dream combo. Not only do I think the Arids look great and are heavily underrated for a sports glove, the Vanilla Huntsman here complements the gray coloring on the gloves and is just an overall nice and solid knife to pair with these. For our next combo, we have the Omegas and Field Tested priced at about $388, paired with the Bayonet Lauren Minimal Wear priced at about $539. Your total for this combo should be about $927. This is a pair of gloves I typically see paired with a tiger tooth knife, but I personally think the shades of yellow here on the Lore finish pair just a bit better. As well, with the bayonet knife here, most of the green handle gets covered up as a result and allows the yellow to pair just a bit more nicely with each other. For our next combo, we have the Amphibious Gloves and Field Tested priced at about $648, paired with the Butterfly Brightwater and Minimal Wear priced at about $833. So, we've broken past the $1,000 mark here, and it'll only get a little more ridiculous from here on out. Regardless, I tend to see folks pair these gloves with a sapphire knife, and while I do think that's very nice, I do also think the Brightwater matches very nicely with them and is a fraction of the price of a sapphire. A fair warning though on these gloves is they get really scratched up bad compared to most of the other sports gloves. For our next combo, we have the Slingshots and Field Tested priced at about $733, paired with the Talon Slaughter and Factory New priced at about $759. I originally wasn't too sure what knife to pair with these gloves, but then I remembered the Talon has that ivory handle, and that goes near perfectly with the light brown accents on the Slingshots, making this a damn near perfect combo. One thing to note though is I know these gloves also go great with a ruby knife, but I personally enjoy how this looks just a bit more. For our next combo, we're getting into absurdly expensive territory with the Vice Gloves and Field Tested, priced at about $1,035, paired with the Karambit Doppler Phase 2 and Factory New, priced at about $2,094. So for this combo, I tried to be a little more original because I know typically people pair these with something like a Karambit Fade or like a Blue Gem knife, but I personally think the Phase 2 on the Karambit fits perfectly with these. As well, the Karambit gives you a great look at the gloves you pair with them. For our next combo, we get even more expensive with the Superconductors and Field Tested, priced at about $2,283, paired with the M9 Gamma Doppler Phase 3 and Factory New, priced at about $1,811. You know, I'll be completely honest, guys. As someone who's only been playing CS for about a year, I straight up didn't know these gloves existed until I looked through all the gloves, but they're great. If we ignore the price, of course. Regardless, I think the Phase 3 on any knife looks pretty good with these, since you have those shades of cyan on it, and it goes great with the light blue on these gloves. But I personally went with the M9 here because I didn't want to have all these last combos for the sports gloves just be the Karambit. Not to mention the M9's great. For our next combo, we have the Hedge Mazes and Field Tested, priced at about $3,699, paired with the Karambit Black Laminate in Minimal Wear, priced at about $912. So I know what I just said about the Karambit knives, but well, here we are with this one. Although, this is a case in which you could either go with the Karambit or M9, since both look fantastic regardless, since it's complementing the black and white on these gloves. And while you can go for something green like an emerald knife, I personally think it doesn't match up as well to be worth it compared to the black laminate finish here. For our last sports glove combo, and probably one of the most expensive combos I'll ever do, we have the Pandora's Boxes and Field Tested, priced at about $5,080, paired with the Stiletto Black Pearl and Factory New, priced at about $2,334. So for these gloves, there honestly isn't too many knives that pair with it, despite being so highly sought after. The main knife that tends to go with it is something like a Butterfly Black Pearl, and while that's great, I did want to try out the Stiletto Black Pearl, and I ended up liking it a good bit, so I put it here. The one issue I think you can really see with this is that the Stiletto has that little bit of brown on the handle, but I personally think it doesn't ruin the combo at all. So, if you've got a couple $1,000s laying around, maybe consider getting this one. or like giving it to me or something. I don't know. For our first fingerless glove combo of the video, which is essentially gonna lump together the Hydra, Bloodhound, and Broken Fang gloves, we have the Mangroves and Field Tested, priced at about $54, paired with the Classic Safari Mesh and Well Worn, priced at about $109. Your total for this combo should be about $163. This combo is obviously gonna leave a bit to be desired, being our cheapest one of this section, but given that this is under $200 and you're still getting some solid gloves and a classic knife with all its different animations, I would say even though it's not the absolute best, you're still getting a lot for your money's worth here. For our next combo, we have the Snake Bites and Field Tested, priced at about $79, paired with the Huntsman Rust Coat and Well Worn, priced at about $101. Your total for this combo should be about $180. I've seen a couple of Rust Coat combos before, but this is one I don't mind too much heavily, like at all. The coloring on the gloves go really great with the Rust Coat pattern, especially if you get a nice and low float on the knife. My only real complaint is that the gold on the gloves definitely mess up the perfect matching going on here, but for another combo under $200, you're still getting a damn good deal. For our next combo, we have the Gorillas and Field Tested, priced at about $81, paired with the Ursus Boreal Forest and Minimal Wear, priced at about $109. Your total for this combo should be about $190. I'll be honest here, I definitely didn't expect much to go with these gloves. They're definitely a little much on the eyes. However, the Boreal Forest pattern goes surprisingly well with them, especially if you pick out a knife where the handle is that pale brown color on this finish. And for under $200 as well, definitely consider this combo if you're looking for a decent camo combo. For our next combo, we have the Rattlers and Field Tested, priced at about $54, paired with the Bowie Vanilla, priced at about $152. Your total for this combo should be about $206. You know, when trying to figure out what on earth paired with these gloves, I considered if a vanilla knife could potentially pair with them, and I think the Bowie Vanilla is as good as it gets. While yes, the blade is obviously not doing any color matching with the gloves, the green on the handle goes decently with them, and since the blade is obviously this grayish black color, it doesn't clash in a way that comes across as bad. So despite these being hard to combo with, I think this ends up working well enough. For our next combo, we have the Charred Gloves and Field Tested, priced at about $116, paired with the Shadow Daggers Crimson Web and Field Tested, priced at about $105. Your total for this combo should be about $221. I've realized that I've not given the Shadow Daggers too much attention, so here's a quick combo with them. And for what it's worth, I think this one's pretty damn good. The handles on the Crimson Web finish for the daggers go absolutely perfectly with each other, and while the red doesn't match perfectly with the gloves, I still think they go great together. For our next combo, we have the Unhinged Gloves and Field Tested, priced at about $83, paired with the Falchion Damascus Steel in Minimal Wear, priced at about $143. Your total for this combo should be about $226. You might remember this combo from my first video. The only real difference here is that instead of Field Tested on the knife, I picked Minimal Wear, because quite frankly, I'm not a fan of the changes they made to Damascus Steel and other skins and how those look in higher wear a while back. So for this version of the combo, I think the better look on the wear helps bring it all together, given it already essentially has full color matching, even with the accents. For our next combo, we have the Bronze Gloves and Field Tested, priced at about $82, paired with the Paracord Case Hardened and Field Tested, priced at about $152. Your total for this combo should be about $234. So for all these gloves, I only struggled with two. These gloves are kind of rough to pair with anything, but ultimately I decided the Paracord Case Hardened, specifically one with a lot of gold, since it at least pairs decently enough with the coloring here, but not too much else I can say. This is definitely a weird one. For our next combo, we have the Emerald Gloves and Field Tested, priced at about $62, paired with the Skeleton DD Pat and Well Worn, priced at about $190. Your total for this combo should be about $252. With this combo, while I know a Gamma Doppler could be good to pair with it, I think given these are fairly cheap gloves, I do think it would make a bit more sense to pair it with a knife on the cheaper end, especially since I personally don't think the Gamma Dopplers even fare well with these gloves, unless it's like an emerald, and if you have an emerald to begin with, I think you're better off just pairing it with something else. So in its place, I selected the Skeleton DD Pat for its slight color matching and great animations. For our next combo, we have the Case Hardened Gloves and Field Tested, priced at about $97, paired with the Huntsman Knight in Minimal Wear, priced at about $157. Your total for this combo should be about $254. So here's the other combo I struggled with, because wow, I did not just want to pair this with a case hardened knife, since it's a bit uncreative, but well, here we are. My thought process behind this combo was to try and maybe get something that would bare minimum go with the dark bluish patch on the back of these gloves, and this is the closest I could get. I considered a Night Stripe knife, but I ultimately decided on this here, since I found it to just be a little better. For our next combo, we have the Needle Points and Field Tested, priced at about $69, paired with the Paracord Crimson Web and Minimal Wear, priced at about $222. Your total for this this combo should be about $291. Well, you can maybe get away with field tested for the knife. I went with minimal wear since you've got to get decently lucky with a field tested one, since this knife can wear pretty badly. Either way, I don't really think many knives pair too well with these gloves, but you can't really go wrong with the crimson web finish, and getting the paracord here allows you to get that for a fraction of the cost compared to a bunch of other knives. For our next combo, we have the Jades and field tested, priced at about $107, paired with the Stiletto rest coat and battle scarred, priced at about $204. Your total for this combo should be about $311. This is probably my favorite of the fingerless glove combos, I'm just not gonna lie. While I know not everyone enjoys a rust coat combo, I think this is one of the absolute best of them, given the whole knife is covered in the rust and color, which goes perfectly with the metal on the gloves. So it all just matches together so perfectly, I can't really figure out a complaint I have about this one. For our last fingerless glove combo, we have the yellow banded gloves and field tested, priced at about $90, paired with the bayonet case hardened and minimal wear, priced at about $321. Your total for this combo should be about $411. I wasn't entirely sure what to do here, but I ultimately figured the case hardened was probably the best pick. While it doesn't color match entirely, it at least complements the shades of yellow and gold on the gloves. My personal recommendation, if you're a big fan of these gloves, is that the absolute perfect knife to match for these is the butterfly case hardened. The black on that knife helps to match the colors on both the knife and the handle to the straps and accents of the glove. Although that knife pick for this combo would make it absurdly more expensive relative to this one. For our first hand wraps combo of the video, we have the Desert Chamogs, priced at about $83, paired with the Falchion DD pad and minimal wear, priced at about $94. Your total for this combo should be about $177. This combo is one that was hard to figure out, but from what I saw, this just felt right. The handle on the Falchion with the DD pad turns brown, which is close in color to the accents on the gloves, and while the camo doesn't go perfectly, I think you're not going to get much else matching too well with these gloves, so this is probably as good as it gets. For our next combo, we have the Constrictors and field tested, priced at about $81, paired with the Navajo rust coat and battle scarred, priced at about $97. Your total for this combo should be about $178. This one is my first combo with the Navajo knife. I know a lot of people don't like these knives and they get an awful lot of hate, but I don't mind them too much, and given you have a lot of dark brown on the gloves here, I think it ends up working pretty dang well given the knife has this weird like brown handle, so those go perfectly. For our next combo, we have the Spruce DD pads and field tested, priced at about $107, paired with the Flip Knife Urban Mast and minimal wear, priced at about $154. Your total for this combo should be about $261. This is the first of many strange combos I put together for these hand wraps, but I think this one's solid. I do recommend trying to get as much white as you can on the knife, which is why I chose the flip knife since it's a little smaller. And while it's not an exact match by any means, this is another pair of gloves that I think has no perfect match, but this is a good compromise. For our next combo, we have the Arboreals and field tested, priced at about $95, paired with the Stiletto Boreal Forest and minimal wear, priced at about $175. Your total for this combo should be about $270. While not my most creative combo, I was originally considering the DD pad for that green part of the handle, but I ultimately decided on the Boreal Forest here, for the pattern on the camo on both the knife and the glove being closer in terms of look, even if the color is an exact match. But this one is better than I could have expected. For our next combo, we have the Giraffes and field tested, priced at about $97, paired with the Huntsman Vanilla, priced at about $198. Your total for this combo should be about $295. Another strange combo here, but I think it's nice. I tried pairing this with the rust coat and just was not a fan of the color matching at all. So from there, I figured maybe like a vanilla knife could be good. My recommendation, if you don't want to use the Huntsman knife, is just pick a vanilla knife with a dark handle and you'll be good to go with this combo. For our next combo, we have the Duct Tapes and field tested, priced at about $82, paired with the Classic Vanilla, priced at about $280. Your total for this combo should be about $362. Now, if you guys don't know, I love the Classic knife, and this one is honestly as perfect as it gets for these hand wraps. Just about all the shades of color on the knife go perfectly with the duct tapes, and even though there's that bit of black on the handle, given all these colors are essentially gray, it doesn't clash too hard at all. Surprisingly, this one turned out far better than I expected. For our next combo, we have the Leathers and field tested, priced at about $171, paired with the Stiletto rust coat and well worn, priced at about $200. Your total for this combo should be about $371. We've got a decent bit of brown combos combos here going with the hand wraps, but this is probably the standout one. While we don't have anything that goes perfectly with the cream accents on these gloves, the solid color matching between the rest of the glove and the rust coat more than make up for that. And with the stiletto, the rust coloring blends in very nicely with the brown handle, bringing together this fantastic combo. For our next combo, we have the Cobalt Skulls and Field Tested, priced at about $364, paired with the Bowie Brightwater and Minimal Wear, priced at about $111. Your total for this combo should be about $475. I feel like every video I gotta get in a combo with the Bowie knife at least once, and this is the one for the hand wraps. While I personally think the Brightwater looks better with the polygon gloves, obviously we're not talking about that right now. The other elephant in the room is that the Sapphire knife is a perfect match for these gloves, but good lord, does that raise the price significantly. So ultimately I settled on the Bowie Brightwater here, so you could still have a nice blue combo without necessarily getting into a ridiculous price range. For our next combo, we have the Badlands and Well-Worn, priced at about $93, paired with the Bayonet Lauren Field Tested, priced at about $394. Your total for this combo should be about $487. I've actually already shown off this combo before in another video, albeit with the flip lore, but I think the Bayonet is also a great choice for this. As a recommendation for those unaware, with the wear on these hand wraps, you get these green scratches and it makes it even better to match with the lore finish, but I do recommend not going too high on the float, since then I think it gets a little too green. Either way, near perfect color matching between the knife and the gloves yellows as well as all the greens. This one is weirdly one of my all-time favorite combos I've put together, since I've never really seen it around, yet it goes so well together. For our next combo, we have the Overprints and Field Tested, priced at about $189, paired with the Huntsman Gamma Doppler Phase 3 and Factory New, priced at about $401. Your total for this combo should be about $590. I'm honestly surprised there aren't too many combos you can make with the Overprints, but the good thing here is that these two are as perfect as can get, basically. If you manage to get a good bit of cyan for your Phase 3, these two will essentially match perfectly. Not a terribly unique combo, admittedly, but I think this one deserves the recognition it gets for being so damn good. For our next combo, we have the Slaughters and Field Tested, priced at about $237, paired with the Shadow Daggers Ruby and Factory New, priced at about $495. Your total for this combo should be about $732. I threw this one together just to kind of troll, because these hand wraps just kind of suck. But the fucked up thing is that these two work together near perfectly, which is crazy given they're called Slaughter hand wraps, but they don't even work well with the Slaughter knife. And it's just a deep enough color to where you can't even go with the Crimson Web knife, but for some reason a Ruby works really well here. In all honesty though, I cannot recommend this combo in the slightest. For the price, I think you're better off just getting like anything else. And for our last hand wraps combo of the video, we have the Cautions and Field Tested, priced at about $199, paired with the M9 Black Laminate and Battle Scarred, priced at about $705. Your total for this combo should be about $904. This one is another combo I've done before, but with a different knife, but I chose the M9 here because I think the Black Laminate looks best on it. I debated on whether a vanilla knife could maybe work here, but I ended up picking this instead because I like how the Black Laminate paired with the gloves a hell of a lot more. Not to mention, there's only really one or two fairly dark vanilla knives, whereas you can get a lot more consistency with the Black Laminate finish. For our first specialist glove combo of the video, we have the Moguls and Field Tested, priced at about $156, paired with the Shadow Daggers Brightwater and Minimal Wear, priced at about $91. Your total for this combo should be about $247. For the first specialist combo, I'm shocked at how well this goes together. Admittedly, these gloves, in my opinion, are kind of rough to combo with, but with the extra bit of lighter blue on these Brightwater daggers, it all comes together nicely. For our next combo, we have the Buckshots and Field Tested, priced at about $76, paired with the Paracord Slaughter and Minimal Wear, priced at about $219. Your total for this combo should be about $295. I personally think the Buckshots are heavily underrated given how cheap you can get them for and how none of the colors on it are too ugly or in your face. With this combo in particular, I decided to try and play off like the reddish kind of leaves and accents on the gloves, so I put it together with the Paracord Slaughter so we don't spend too heavily, since these gloves aren't the priciest, but we still get that great red accent to pair with. For our next combo, we have the Forest DD Pads and Field Tested, priced at about $104, paired with the Huntsman Lauren Minimal Wear, priced at about $206. Your total for this combo should be about $310. The DD Pads have that slight bit of yellow accent on them, and as you know, the Lore's main color is that yellow, and it has those green accents on the handle, so these two just end up being as perfect as can be. For our next combo, we we have the Lieutenant Commanders and Field Tested, priced at about $161, paired with the Skeleton Night Stripe and Field Tested, priced at about $284. Your total for this combo should be about $445. This is a combo I've shown off a couple times before, but this is one that I came up with on my own and is an absolute favorite of mine. The idea here is I wanted something to play off the darker blues on the gloves, and not only does the Night Stripe accomplish that, with the Skeleton Knife, we have that coloring on it go directly into the gloves, and while it doesn't blend in perfectly, it just complements it amazingly. For our next combo, we have the Field Agents and Field Tested, priced at about $227, paired with the Stiletto Blue Steel and Well Worn, priced at about $269. Your total for this combo should be about $496. I'm quickly realizing we got a lot of blue combos with the Specialist gloves, but luckily they're all great, this one not being an exception. When messing with the floats here on the Blue Steel, I landed on Well Worn since it felt like it worked best with the navy blue on the gloves. And while you can go with any Blue Steel knife here, regardless, you're getting fantastic color matching on the blues. Not to mention, you can combo this with an agent like Special Agent Ava for some blue sleeves to match. For our next combo, we have the Tiger Strikes and Field Tested, priced at about $393, paired with the Flip Knife Black Laminate and Field Tested, priced at about $192. Your total for this combo should be about $585. This is yet another combo I've done before, but I'm also very proud of. Normally, you see people pair these gloves with something like a low percentage fade knife, and while that's nice, this ends up being way lighter on the wallet, but still goes great together since it's playing off the black and white accents on the gloves to pair with the knife. Not to mention with the flip knife, you kind of keep up this like tiger aesthetic going, which is kind of cool. For our next combo, we have the Marble Fades and Field Tested, priced at about $245, paired with the Bowie Fade and Factory New, priced at about $366. Your total for this combo should be $611. With this combo, I definitely could have just grabbed another Marble Fade knife and called it a day, but that didn't feel right. Surprisingly, I feel like the Fade just works way better here. And with the Bowie in specific, you get these pink accents on the handle that, if you get a good chunk of pink on that right glove, go perfectly with each other. So consider this one if you're wanting something absurdly colorful yet a little more unique. For our next combo, we have the Crimson Webs and Field Tested, priced at about $220, paired with the Nomad Slaughter and Minimal Wear, priced at about $434. Your total for this combo should be about $654. Surprisingly, not too many red combos here with the Specialist gloves, but here's our first. Now, I didn't want to just put on a Crimson Web knife with the Crimson Web gloves, since that also felt too easy, and ultimately I decided on the Nomad Slaughter, since we get the shades of red complementing each other, not to mention the handle and metal on the Nomad knife at least helps with pairing these together, since the accents are decently close as well. For our next combo, we have the Foundations and Field Tested, priced at about $279, paired with the Karambit Vanilla, priced at about $1,178. So we have a fairly pricey one here, but despite the Vanilla Karambit's blade not going too well with the white accents, what does work here is that it complements all the other gray and darker accents on the gloves, making this a pretty low-key combo in terms of color, but it still looks great. For our next combo, we have the Emerald Webs and Field Tested, priced at about $717, paired with the Huntsman Emerald and Factory New, priced at about $1,269. Speaking of low-key combos, this is anything but. Not only has our prices skyrocketed, you get this bright in-your-face green that, while it doesn't match perfectly with each other, I think goes well enough to allow these two to combo pretty well. For our next combo, we have the Crimson Kimonos and Field Tested, priced at about $2,009, paired with the Karambit Crimson Web and Minimal Wear, priced at about $1,177. I initially wasn't too sure what to pair with these gloves, since they're this very specific shade of red and have like this almost pink accent on them, but I decided with the Karambit Crimson Web, since the dark handle on the Karambit goes perfectly with the palms of the gloves, and at the very least the red isn't too far off, so it pairs well with each other. And for our last Specialist glove combo, we have the Fades and Field Tested, priced at about $334, paired with the Butterfly Doppler Phase 2 and Factory New, priced at about $4,782. Here we have not only our most expensive combo of these Specialist gloves, but also the most overly colorful combo. And again, I definitely could have just gone with a fade knife, but I think the pink accents here on the Phase 2 end up working way better in my opinion, but I can't entirely recommend it since it's not only really expensive, I think a lot of the other Specialist combos I showed off are way better, but that's all down to preference, of course. For our first Moto Glove combo, we have the Transports and Minimal Wear, priced at about $115, paired with the Shadow Daggers Tiger Tooth and Factory New, priced at about $126. Your total for this combo should be about $241. I've shown off this combo before with the Huntsman Tiger Tooth, and I'm still fully behind it. Neither of these pieces are over $150, and as a result, you can get this bright and yellow combo for under $300, which is crazy, given how clean and scratchless you can get this whole combo for. For our next combo, we have the Smokeouts and Field field tested, priced at about $139, paired with the Bowie Damascus Steel in minimal wear, priced at about $140. Your total for this combo should be about $279. Another combo under $300. Here we have a very natural colored combo that only sticks to the black, white, and gray colors, but all comes together amazingly. As well, since there's no crazy colors here, you can kind of pair these with just about any gun, allowing this to be a very flexible combo. For our next combo, we have the polygons and field tested, priced at about $169, paired with the flip knife bright water in minimal wear, priced at about $195. Your total for this combo should be about $364. Another weenie classic here, and still one of my favorite combos. Cannot recommend this combo enough if you're looking for something blue, especially if you want something to stand out, because wow, this is absurdly blue. The bright water pairs so perfectly with the polygons more than any other glove, and I love it. For our next combo, we have the Third Commando Company gloves in minimal wear, priced at about $102, paired with the Ursus Slaughter in minimal wear, priced at about $274. Your total for this combo should be about $376. Despite the quite frankly awkward and strange colors on these gloves, with a bunch of different knives, you can have the red line up decently with the red line on the gloves, and they end up going fantastically as a result. Here I went with the Ursus in specific, since it has that green handle that at least adds a splash more of color matching, since there's so many different shades of green going on here as well. For our next combo, we have the finish lines in field tested, priced at about $134, paired with the bayonet black laminate in field tested, priced at about $263. Your total for this combo should be about $397. These gloves have to be one of the hardest to pair with anything in this game because of just how much is going on with them, but I ultimately landed on the bayonet black laminate here to play off the black and white on the striped part of the glove, since there isn't too much to really work with here, at least in my opinion. So definitely a weird one, but it's solid. For our next combo, we have the POWs in field tested, priced at about $187, paired with the Talon Rust Coat in battle scarred, priced at about $308. Your total for this combo is going to be about $495. Gonna be completely honest, guys, I went through like 5 different potential combos for these gloves before deciding on this one, but this is just too perfect. The ivory handle on the Talon basically completes this combo, since you have all these shades of brown and beige to begin with. My only recommendation is to try and get something that's not too high float, since they did that change to like battle scarred skins a bit ago to make it real fucking ugly. Get something that's like fairly battle scarred, just not like too high. For our next combo, we have the booms and field tested, priced at about $148, paired with the Nomad Slaughter in minimal wear, priced at about $434. This combo is essentially a better version of the idea behind the Third Commando Company combo I had earlier. I went with the Nomad here since the blade blends in perfectly to the glove, so it lines up real nicely with that red line on the gloves. And with the Nomad, all the metallic and gray accents pair perfectly with these. For our next combo, we have the Blood Pressures in field tested, priced at about $161, paired with the Talon Crimson Web in minimal wear, priced at about $595. Your total for this combo should be about $756. Gonna be honest, guys, this is easily my favorite Moto glove combo of the video. I'm personally not too big on the Blood Pressures, but putting these two together just makes it so clean. You can obviously go with any Crimson Web knife, but the Talon just feels too perfect here. The reds obviously don't match 1-to-1, but they're close enough in shade to where it comes together amazingly, especially with the black accents on the handle. For our next combo, we have the Eclipses in field tested, priced at about $138, paired with the Vanilla Skeleton knife, priced at about $656. Your total for this combo should be about $794. This was a bit of a difficult combo to figure out, but I'm really satisfied with this combination, since the skeleton knife has this fairly darker shade of gray that complements all the other different shades of gray on these gloves, because I know a common pairing here is potentially like a lore knife, but I don't like how different the shades of yellow there are, so I ultimately decided on going for something that complements the rest of the glove instead. For our next combo, we have the Turtles in field tested, priced at about $117, paired with the Falchion Emerald in factory new, priced at about $977. So I'm trolling a little with this pick, no doubt, but also not. While there can definitely be an argument made for pairing such an expensive knife with such inexpensive gloves, I think hilariously the metal accents on the Falchion and all the different shades of green on the Emerald go unreasonably well with these gloves. Like, I cannot fathom something working better together here, so there we go. For our next combo, we have the Cool Mints in field tested, priced at about $371, paired with the M9 Gamma Doppler Phase 1 in factory new, priced at about $1,790. So we've definitely jumped up in price, but to be fair, these last two gloves just look too clean with the high-end knives. In this case, I went with the Phase 1 to have bits of lighter blue line up with the glove and complement them as well as they could. So while this combo is very pricey, I can't deny it is too clean. And for our final combo, we have the Spearmints and Field Tested priced at about $2,039, paired with the Karambit Gamma Doppler Phase 2 in minimal wear, priced at about $2,702. What can I even say to this combo beyond it's just as clean as it gets, honestly. The gray handle on the Karambit ends up going perfectly with the accents on these gloves, not to mention the colors on the knife all essentially match up with the colors on the glove. It's perfect. Maybe too expensive for me, but perfect. And that's it, folks. After about 2 months, this series is now entirely complete. If you've enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like or maybe even subscribing. I'd greatly appreciate it. I've got a ton of new video ideas in the works at the moment, so if you enjoyed what you saw here today, know I've got plenty more on the way. And I always post a new video every Friday. Besides that, I just want to thank everyone who's supported me from the start of this series and gotten this far. I appreciate it greatly. Obviously, this channel here is small, and while this is far from like my only or first channel, it's been super cool making a channel completely from scratch and have that start building up. So thank you to everyone who's joined in on the journey so far, and here's some more videos. That's gonna be it for today though, guys. I hope you're all doing great. Have a good one, guys, and take care.